I don't know who the leaders were. Jackie?
I'm not sure the leaders. I know that I just did an article about they're looking for people to take over.
Yeah.
To
And
maintain.
so it was community, and so here are these Prosser people, some town, some farm, together, talking about the history, but sharing, but doing social stuff. So person, hi, how are you? Person, task, history, person, task. How do we pull it together? Okay? About 19, and then they're talking, hey, how can we share this stuff with people in town? So the beginning starts, they go to the merchants downtown, and they say, merchants, to have exhibits of pioneer articles and pictures. Oh, boy! Now, you know where the Golden Rule store was? On the corner. It's an antique shop now. You know how they've got all those antiques in the windows? What I remember when I was a kid, the pioneers brought all their stuff, their phonographs and pictures and stuff, and all the windows in the Golden Rule store were decorated with the antique stuff. Well, there was the beginning, you guys, in the seeds that were planted by the people to grow. Community leadership. How do we... And then they began talking about museum. 1965. Let's get together, you guys, and let's have a museum. So they changed the bylaws of the Historical Society. Instead of reading East Benton County Historical Society, it read Benton County Museum and Historical Society, and that evolved in '65. There was a businessman named Fred Martin who was the leader. But Fred got sick. Forces, right? Fred gets sick and says, I want to be on the board, but I can't be the leader of the museum, you guys. Okay? And so, many people think Inez is the Statue of Liberty. Okay? Inez comes on board. My guess is that they knew that Inez could get things done. Okay? And I'm sorry, I should have put this on the computer and blown it up, but we don't have that long. So here's Inez in the center of all these guys. Okay?
What year was that, 65?
This is 65. Here's Inez in the center of all these guys. But if you really look, Inez is probably telling these guys what to do. Okay?
What was her last name, Dick?
Inez Thompson.
Okay.
Cormick at the airport. His mom. Okay.
That's Alicia's
Grandma. Alicia's grandma. Okay? So here's Inez. And my hunch is that Inez was a strong leader. Okay? But that in the beginning, she needed everybody on board. Okay? And so there was probably, and the idea for the museum came out of these guys. But she became the leader when Fred Martin got sick. Forces. Okay? But they picked the right lady because she got it going, and she began to say, how are we going to generate funds? Man, we'll have a drive. We'll build the Historical Society. $10 a flop, and you get a card saying you're in the historical. $10. Okay? And Inez goes out and begins collecting. And here's a story about Inez, and then you tell me what kind of leader she is. She goes, and people tell me that she came to get funds to build a museum. And she came to get funds, and she would come and sit and say, we're building a museum, and we need some money. Can you help us? Sure. Okay. No. say no.
No.
Well, we really need this money. And, 3 hours later, you would say,
Here's the money.
yes, yes, here's money. Okay. What's your guess about Inez's style? Democratic or?